So in today's video, we are going to be continuing our Marvel Cinematic Universe coverage. Now, I did have a different video planned, but of course, a bunch of Doctor Strange 2 stuff dropped overnight, but it didn't really. We're going to break that down. We're also going to go over a bunch of other stuff to do with the MCU. So, yo, what is freaking good, YouTube? Warstu here. If you are new around here, please consider becoming a channel member for less than 99p. It just shows your appreciation for your boy, Warstu. But more importantly, you don't actually need to do that. Subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, hit the like button, hit the share button so we get pushed out into the algorithm. Also, if you want to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice, check it out on Instagram at Warstu. I post a bunch of pop culture based stuff, gym related stuff over there. Pretty cool guy. And also, if you slip in my DMs, I might actually respond to you. And also check us out on Twitter, WarstuG, because I've got like 12 followers over there. Also check us out on twitch.tv/Warstu. We'll be streaming very, very soon. But I just want to say thank you very much, guys, for all the love, the support we've been getting over the last month or so. It's been freaking insane. So as I said in the prologue for the video, I didn't really want to cover this today, but I've had a bunch of DMs asking about this. So let's break it down. So Thor Love and Thunder trailer is coming out today. No, it's not. No, it's really not. And this isn't because some Twitter influencer named Daniel RPK says it wasn't. It's because it's not coming out yet. So we have 5 months till the release of Thor Love and Thunder, which we have done a lot of coverage on this channel to do with Null, to do with the Necrosaur, to do with Gore the God Butcherer. And yes, I completely understand his name is actually Gore the God Butcher. The reason I say Butcherer is to make you guys comment, and it actually works every single time. So a lot of people seem to think the trailer is going to be coming because the movie comes out in just under 5 months. I've said this for a very long time. The trailer will drop either at the end of February, which I said it's not going to happen, but it will drop by the end of March. Now we've got the main trailer for Doctor Strange 2. They have to start promoting Thor Love and Thunder, which sounds like a porno. And now we have official Lego sets coming out, appearing online. But like always, guys, just because there's a Lego set appear does not mean that's confirming anything. So the trailer hasn't been shown yet because it doesn't need to be shown yet. But if you're a betting person, I'd say it's probably going to come out by the end of March. And that's just a guess. There's no Twitter influencers, there's no insiders talking about when this trailer is actually coming. So also in the news, now this is a topic I don't want to talk about, but I don't understand why all of a sudden it's getting so much traffic. So as we know, in the latest trailer for Multiverse of the Madness, Patrick Stewart is in it as part of the Illuminati, it appears, and he says, shall we tell him the truth? And Patrick Stewart's recently come out and denied it, but he's so cute that I kind of let him get away with it. And also recently had Ryan Reynolds come out and said, I'm not in it, I promise I'm not in it, I can tell you I'm not in it. Okay, Ryan Reynolds, so basically you've confirmed you're in it, you are the werewolf, cool, cool, cool. So Hugh Jackman Wolverine, the character of Wolverine and Logan, has been rumored to be appearing in the MCU ever since Avengers Infinity War, if not sooner. Now recently a report, a tweet, whatever you want to call it, clickbait, whatever it is, because realistically this is not a new report. What a lot of people don't understand is this movie isn't exactly done yet. They are testing this movie, they're reshooting stuff, they're repurposing shots, they are still changing parts of this movie. So it's alright going, yeah, Hugh Jackman Wolverine won't be in it, but he could be. If Deadpool Ryan Reynolds is in it, you better sure as hell hope that is a scene that we get to see, or else I'm gonna riot. Who doesn't want to see Hugh Jackman Wolverine meet his good friend Ryan Reynolds Deadpool? We really want to see that. So the issue is, I'm gonna be full transparent with you guys, is realistically most of the rumors coming from these alleged Twitter influencers, or scoopers as they love to call themselves, is it's pretty much Reddit stuff, it's 4chan stuff, it's guessing, it's guesswork. I hate to say it, I'm not calling anyone out, it is literal guesswork. Why? Because all of a sudden overnight, and as the time I'm recording this video, Wolverine has 10,000 tags on Twitter, but Wolverine appearing in Doctor Strange 2, aka Doctor Strange into the Multiverse of Madness, it's nothing new, it's nothing new. I've known about this for such a long time. So coming from Moth Culture on the 11th of February, Daniel Radcliffe to cameo as X-Force Wolverine in Doctor Strange 2, and everyone laughed at us as a complete and utter joke. But when someone who allegedly writes for the Illuminati, hashtag his handle is Joe Illuminati, we will see Wolverine in Doctor Strange into the Multiverse of Madness, but it definitely won't be Hugh Jackman. Okay, that was posted on the 20th of February, 2 days ago. Let's go by the like ratio. So this Daniel Radcliffe one has 12,000 likes, whereas this other one has 2,000. So who has more validity here? But for some reason, I don't think any of these people have that much credibility. They have as much credibility as their information is right. Yes, the Illuminati website has been right. It has been wrong. This person writes for the Illuminati and Screen Rant, but realistically, that doesn't mean anything. So is Hugh Jackman going to appear? We don't know. But to say it definitely won't be Hugh Jackman is kind of ludicrous, because Patrick Stewart had a meeting with Kevin Feige, and the outcome of that meeting was he won't be doing any work with Marvel Studios. Then all of a sudden he's in a trailer. It's kind of like these scoopers, Twitter influencers are trying to take the high ground when realistically everyone is throwing stuff at the wall hoping that something sticks. So My Time to Shine also said that it won't be Hugh Jackman, but they want more of the X-Men after Doctor Strange 2. So what is going on in this movie is very interesting. Now, do I think Hugh Jackman Wolverine could appear in this movie? Possible. Very possible. But also, I think Thanos is going to appear in this movie. From what I've been told from my sources, this is not coming from Twitter, this is coming from actual real sources, is there's going to be a scene in this movie where Thanos, yes, Thanos, Josh Brolin Thanos variant is going to be in this movie, and Doctor Strange is going to see him. Also, Doctor Strange is going to see him with an Iron Man variant, and they're going to reminisce and kind of have a conversation about the real Iron Man having to sacrifice himself to take down Thanos. Now, are you going to find that anywhere else online? Are you going to call me out saying, yo, bro, you literally just made that up because you're so cool? No, I didn't just make it up. I've been told this for a while, but I wanted to put it out there. I've heard that Thanos is going to be in this movie in some capacity. Now, that would make sense. That really would make sense, because that is one of the biggest moments in the MCU ever. So yes, I believe Thanos could be in this movie. I've also been told that Domino, Cable is also in the movie. I've also heard from Twitter influencers that Warstu actually is finally going to appear in a Marvel movie. I've heard that for like the last month, but for some reason I can't get any evidence that Warstu will appear in this movie. So realistically, anyone could appear in this movie because it's a multiversal story. The whole Iron Man, Tom Cruise. Do you really think Tom Cruise is going to be part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe long term? Yes, we read these reports saying Marvel wants Iron Man, Tom Cruise to be in the MCU for the next 10 years. Marvel don't do these long ass contracts anymore because they can't secure top tier actors because they don't want to commit for such a long time. So what they can do in this movie is we can have a one-off role. Now, we know based on plot leaks and based on information and based on pre-res that Professor X is going to have a fight with Wanda, and Wanda is literally going to kill off all of the Illuminati. Now, what's going to happen in this movie, essentially from everything we've heard, if rumors are true, if Reddit is true, but some Twitter influencers will claim they say it, is according to a Reddit post I read months and months ago, is Wanda Maximoff isn't the villain, that's Chthon, and it's all to do with the Darkhold and that kind of stuff, but this is not the important thing. The important thing here is apparently Wanda Maximoff, aka Scarlet Witch, is going to do a reverse House of M, where right at the end of the movie, she's going to bring all the Fox characters over to the MCU and all the other universes, and they're all going to merge into one universe. In theory, that's been the longest rumor ever, and some Twitter influencer probably wants to take creditation or clout for that, but realistically, I read that on Reddit like 6 months ago, so it is fascinating to me. It's endearing to me, the information that's coming out at the moment. But what about Doctor Doom? Okay, Doctor Doom is supposed to be captured by the Illuminati. Warstu is supposed to be captured by the Illuminati, but I can't really find any information for that. So it is fascinating to me how some random person who works for the Illuminati and apparently works for Screen Rant all of a sudden says Wolverine's in the movie, so he is. But people have been saying Wolverine has appeared in the MCU since Endgame, and that didn't happen either, did it? Of course, there's been multiple Easter eggs. Kevin Feige doesn't just randomly slip in your DM. Maybe it does, I don't know him personally, but Kevin Feige usually sets things up. Okay, not Kevin Feige, the Marvel team, because let's be honest, it's not all Kevin Feige. He might get the props for it, but there is people with him, working with him. It's not just Kevin Feige, he has a team of people working for him. He definitely has an assistant. So, you get my point? Is he sets things up years ahead of time. Now, recently, what I've been told under the grapevine, or in the grapevine, is if stuff leaks during principal photography and there's time to change things, or during reshoots, that Feige will actually go out of his way to change a part of the storyline that's leaked because he doesn't want any stuff leaking, and that is fair enough. But this is the problem with Marvel going forward, is stuff like this is you get a bunch of Twitter influencers posting stuff that they found on Reddit, and all of a sudden it's a scoop, and even if you guess, Feige could change something in a movie just because somehow someone guessed. Let's be honest, guys, 90% of Marvel movies are predictable. No Way Home predictable, Multiverse of Madness predictable, Endgame predictable, Infinity War predictable. It's pretty predictable stuff because they set up years and years ahead of time. Of course, there are parts of Marvel movies that aren't predictable, but Kevin Feige just doesn't randomly slide anyone into a movie just for the sake of it. That's why I find all these rumors hilarious. They really are hilarious. Oh, John Kay, Mr. Quiet Place, is going to be playing Mr. Fantastic and Captain America because he auditioned to play Captain America. But all of a sudden, these fan theories are coming up to be true. Chris Evans, Captain America, the original Captain America, the OG Captain America, is actually going to be playing an evil Hydra version of Captain America, but he's also also going to be playing Johnny Storm. You could literally go, I can make this video so much longer, but narratively speaking, we don't know what is going on with this movie. Realistically, I've broken down everything I know in prior videos about the Darkhold and Chthon and the real villain here and how it could all link to Null and a Necrosword, because it is all building up to Secret Wars. But it is interesting, but it's not interesting. It's actually funny how these reports come out. Hugh Jackman isn't ready to come back to play Wolverine, but he's ready to do Secret Wars. Ben Affleck Daredevil doesn't want to come back to do this movie, even though it's probably taken him less than a day to shoot this part. The same for Hugh Jackman, but they're both ready to do Secret Wars. Why are all these Twitter influencers, if you like, pushing so hard to get their scoop right? And it's also hilarious when I hear an exclusive. Like, I was sent to an article that says, exclusive, we can exclusively tell you that Wolverine's going to be in this movie. And then I look it up on the internet and people have had exclusives for Wolverine to be in every Marvel movie since Infinity War for the last 3 to 4 years. So guys, listen carefully to who you listen to what they are actually saying. Don't go by a little Twitter tweet that gets traffic. Sure, I've heard Wolverine could be in this movie. I've heard Doctor Doom could be in this movie. I've heard Thanos could be in this movie. I've heard Cable could be in this movie. I've heard Warstu could be in this movie. I've heard Thor could be in this movie. I've heard Galactus could be in this movie. I've heard the Living Tribunal could be in this movie. I've heard the Beyonder could be in this movie. I could keep going and going. I've literally heard every single character. But narratively speaking, there can't be 50 random cameos in this movie because of the narrative plot point going forward. Even though this movie sets up Ant-Man 3, as I told you in yesterday's video, there supposedly is a post-credit scene. I don't know why I'm going to say careful spoilers, because this is a spoiler video, that essentially Kang the Conqueror will decimate Doctor Strange at the end of the movie. Whatever happens in this movie has to push the narrative going forward for Phase 4, because there's so much to come. There's Captain Marvel's next movie, there's Wakanda Forever, there's Ant-Man 3, there's so much more left to come, and there's so many more threats. So they can't just keep randomly adding characters in because you want them in. There has to be a point for every character. And as I said, Deadpool meeting Wolverine, that'll be the sickest scene ever. Thanos, that'll be cool because people wouldn't see it coming, although I've kind of just ruined that because I was told not to say anyone. But the other side of the spectrum is these Twitter influencers, when they get stuff wrong, and the same for you, just can be like, oh, well, it didn't pan off, they cut it. Kevin Feige found out, he cut it. But interesting recently is the director himself said he doesn't even know if they're finished filming it. And from what we've been told, Kevin Feige is literally going to keep adding and taking away stuff literally to the release of the movie. We know because of No Way Home, they were editing that movie up till days before the worldwide release, and they didn't even finish it for the worldwide release because 2 weeks after it came out, there was a version of No Way Home that had finished proper VFX. So I find this kind of stuff endearing, fascinating, interesting, because I get asked everything and I'm basically giving you an explainer for every single plot leak, every single rumor cameo going forward. You've just got to take it with a pinch of salt. It doesn't really matter where it comes from. This movie will introduce the X-Men, every kind of variation. Sophie Turner, Jean Grey, cool, she's coming. They're all coming. Magneto, they're all coming. The Fantastic Four, they're all coming. Every single Fox character will appear in this movie for sure, because they've got to introduce them in this movie so it'd be easier down the road when they do the next Avengers movie. Oh, right, there is not going to be one. Yeah, no one believes you, Kevin. And also for Secret Wars, they've got to start setting everything up for Secret Wars because we know everything leads to Null and the Secret Wars. So like always, guys, check us out on Instagram at Warstu if you want to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice. Also, check us out on Twitter, WarstuG. We're trying to build a community over there. I've got like 12 followers. Also, if you want to, you can become a channel member for less than 99p. It just shows your appreciation and love for your boy Warstu. Also, check us out on Twitter, WarstuG, because we've got like 5 followers. But more importantly, subscribe to the channel, share the video, comment so it helps more people see it. I'm very much appreciated for the love and support I've been getting over the last month or so. And like always, guys, if you made it this far in the video, hashtag Warheads. I know we'll catch you in another video very soon. Catch you later.